Hey, everybody. Welcome to Whispers from the Void. It's your boy, Evan, flying solo today because I actually have a special guest. Phil couldn't make it today, so we actually have Baconotron from Overdose of Bacon, who had just released a new EP called Kill to Consume. How are you today, Bacon?
Hello, I'm fine and you.
For those that don't already figure out, we're interviewing Phil today because I thought it'd be fun. So we're gonna interview Phil about his new project, obviously Overdose, and who was released on Slam Worldwide.
Yeah, it was released on Slam, and after that, like on the same day, we released it independent on our Bandcamp.
Yes. So
but to have more people to see it, Slam Worldwide is the way when you're doing Slam.
Yes. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna interview Phil, and then I have a game for him. Just it's just how we always do it here. So first things first. Thanks for coming on, Phil. Glad you could do it. Glad you took
like
time out of your busy schedule.
It's like every week.
I know. We're gonna start with some beers. And we're gonna get this ball rolling. Phil, you're the guest, so you go first.
I'm the guest and the host at the same time. It's so weird. So, I did a little beer trip in my region yesterday. So I got this Fable, in English, whatever. It's from Roquemont, which is a pretty good brewery and hotel and like outdoor base. So it's a pretty good place to go. And this one, it's in bottle because now they are doing cans. This one is 1 year old. And it's a pale ale Quebec pale ale. So I don't know, is it good? I hope so, because I have to drink it. And if it's not good, well, I will get another beer. Because... So... Let's open it. There's some bubble. We love bubble.
We love bottles. Bottles are our friend.
Bubbles.
I wish this thing fucking worked. I don't even know what it does. But, oh, Jesus.
This is a pop filter, my man.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh. Wow.
Oh, God damn it.
Holy shit, I got too much bubble.
You got a fucking bubble overload over there, boyo.
Yeah, it's like too much overload. I don't know if it's good.
What the fuck you doing?
I would just put
You release an album and you forget how to pour? Oh, Jesus, fuck.
Oh.
I am struggling.
Dude, it's... Oh.
You don't like it?
God damn, what the fuck is that beer? Shit, 1 year old. And they are still... What? They're still selling... Oh.
It's a year old?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
No, it's not good.
It's bad publicity. Some bad publicity.
Okay, I can't. Like, I love you, Roquemont, but I can't. So I will just come back and I will get another Roquemont because this one is horrible. So, some technical difficulties. I will come back in a few minutes.
So I guess I'll do a PSA.
Yeah.
Well, while Phil's gone, I guess we'll talk about the fact that what makes this album so crazy is that Phil doesn't actually listen to Slam. He is pretty much a prog guy through and through, but at least how I know him. Minus the big ones, Ingested, things like that. But other than that, he doesn't know a ton of Slam guys. I really don't know a ton of Slam guys, to be honestly. I do know bands like Hunt the Dinosaur, Analepsy, Pathology, Visceral Disgorge, Disentomb. So I guess I know a few. And I mean, I don't even really know if you call like Disentomb and Disgorge like true Slam. More like Brutal Death, sorta. It's like that fucking tweener line, that everybody talks about. But that's what I would say. And then other than that, I mean, Devourment, I like me some Devourment, but that's also like more brutal death. But I got the game for Phil today, and he's got some interesting hits here. They're all easy. He should get them. But we'll find out. We'll test the new Slam King on his slam. So, and then again, I mean, what even is slam? How do you classify slam? It's a big question. I can hear him coming back.
Sorry for the wait. That beer was shit.
Well, damn.
So
you heard it here first, folks.
So I took the first that was here in my fridge. So it's another Roquemont. It's called La Retro, which is retro, and it's a milkshake beer, not a milkshake IPA because they don't mention it's an IPA. It's a milkshake beer. You got some white chocolate, guayaba, and some fruit, berry, field berry or something like that. Some little berries. White berries. Maybe it's the right term. So, it's not milkshake at all, but it's red.
Cough syrup.
Yeah, it's cough syrup. But, so, it says it's milkshake. There's some mead yeast that you use to make mead. Some white chocolate, some little fruits.
Little tiny fruits.
Yeah, some tiny fruits. Yeah, I think it's the right term because there's no English on that can, so I have to translate it, and I'm the worst translator. So it was my beer, and it's smelling fruits. That's what we want. So what do you have, Evan?
On my end, I have one from a brewery I'm just trying. It's called Odd13 Brewing. They're out of Lafayette, Colorado.
Ooh.
It's got some crazy hops and some malts, 2-row, Vienna, and rye. The hops are Mosaic and Eldorado. It's a beer called Uber Noob. Got like the Kim Possible looking character on the front. It's a double pale ale. So I'm very excited. I already poured it. This is what it looks like.
That is perfect.
Yeah. Smells kind of dankish.
Oh shit.
That thing is
so good.
Yeah, that thing is super smooth. You taste the Mosaic right away. Almost juice-ish. It's very juicy.
Mine is juice. It's just fucking juice. You don't have like the texture of like a milkshake, but you have the taste of a milkshake. Like the white chocolate just going so well with the little fruits, with the tiny fruits, the little berries. It's just going so well. So yeah, I love it. Roquemont, you're good. Even if you don't understand that, you don't take a pale ale for 1 year. You don't conserve it. Don't do that.
Maybe it's just not your flavor, dude.
No, because pale ale, you don't conserve pale ale unless if you are doing it barrel age with some yeast that are made for that. If you only have like Quebec yeast and you think, oh, it will tough 1 year of conservation, well, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't do 1 year because there's too much bubble. So,
all right,
episode.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty. The people need answers.
Yeah.
Kill to consume. Obviously, knowing you personally, what was the inspiration and the thought process when you decided that you were going to go and venture into the slam genre? Being somebody who obviously comes from a background of more prog, and I would even say like a less brutal form of extreme music. I can't really think of a good word for description, but
Prog
what
rock.
made you? Yeah, what made you want to actually make this album or this EP?
Well, my friend Nick, which is the singer in one of the singer in Overdose of Bacon, which is Garnator, he's a big fan of slam, and it's funny because I'm the one that helped him discover this slam genre. Like we discovered like both at the same time, and he was into it. Me, I wasn't. Like I am into slam, but what I love of slam is the code of it. It's like the big double kick, intense double kick, the chords like chuggy, and some fat chords in it that is just fucking insane. Like and the vocals. The vocals are just amazing in slam. That's what I love. And I was with my friend. I was like, yo, we got like an ancient project called Overdose of Bacon that we did some songs. We never released that. And we were like, okay, let's do something with that, with the name. And we were like, let's do slam with some pork sound, with some pig sounds.
Pig squeals.
Pig squeals and all that. So
there actually isn't a lot of pig squeals.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of pig squeal. And my friend GP, which is Breenator, he's got his name right because he's doing some pig squeal that are fucking insane. And yeah, so for GP, like we started, me and Nick at first, and at a show of the band Necrotic Gore Beast in Quebec City. It was during the summer festival. Like we saw Necrotic Gore Beast with other bands. And I met GP at that show because I knew GP from another show. It was from the show of Aborted, Cryptopsy, and Idios Divinity in 2019 in April. I met GP there. And so like I met GP another time at Necrotic Gore Beast. I talk about that project I had, and it was like, I'm in, boys. I'm in. I want to do it. So we did it. We tried some songs, and we wrote Artère constipée, which means constipated arteries. It's not that complicated to translate. So we started with that bass, and after that we just evolve and find some other sounds that are very cool. But we stay in the slam death genre. And I wanted to try slam because it seems funny.
That was my next thing with bands kind of like Party Cannon and things like that. I feel like in slam you could kind of get away with being a little less serious on your approach. And
it was completely
you guys obviously took a very laxed idea and kind of just ran with it. Obviously not sacrificing the quality of music.
At first, Artère constipée was supposed to be a song without no lyrics. The complete album was supposed to be no lyrics, only like some sounds and gnarly sounds and just like only that on the whole album. But we decided like we want to do something more interesting, so we wrote the best lyrics ever. If you read the lyrics, like the lyrics of the last song, that's where Nick was like
Pork
the
Fetish
most inspired.
Obsession.
Pork Fetish Obsession. It was me that found the name of the song because I was in my car and I was like, a song for Overdose of Bacon. What could it be? Pork Fetish Obsession. Oh, that sounds good. Pork Fetish Obsession. So like my idea was a guy that is so obsessed about pork, he developed a fetish with it. So
hence the ending of the song.
Yeah, the ending of the song is so epic.
Oh, it's something.
If you want to play a little game, try to guess the sample that I used. The song
Isn't it from Deliverance?
No.
Is it you?
No, the song that I use, because there is a song behind it. Like I did the sample myself, but the song is from another artist. Yeah, like it's a bit illegal those days to use a song from another artist, but this one, like, I was like, I had to.
Was it a benighted song?
It's Frank Zappa. Do you know
Okay.
Frank Zappa?
Not super familiar. I have
You
heard.
know Devin Townsend, right?
Yeah.
Well, Devin Townsend, like Frank Zappa, it's Devin Townsend like 10 times Devin Townsend. Like
Are they
Frank
the same
Zappa,
person?
No, it's like the ideas of this guy is just like over the top.
Yeah.
Like he got some ideas, like
Fucking
musical, lyrically, he just insane. He's an insane person. And rest in peace, Frank Zappa, because he's not on this world anymore. So rest in peace. This guy is just epic. And I took like the sample of his song called Bobby Brown. Like, go listen to that song. It's just a funny song.
Dude.
No, it's a funny song, man. Because there's no sample of like, oh yeah, baby. There's nothing of that on that song. I just add it with the song behind. So yeah.
The concept of the EP when you were making it. So you obviously started out with not having vocals or not wanting to have vocals, but what kind of brought you guys to the idea that you weren't just going to have two vocalists on the primary for the band, but you were now going to have, you know, in some cases, 2-3 features on each song?
It was a trip. We just wanted to do it because, like, with internet those days, you can like just contact somebody from a band that is known or not known, and you say, hey, I'm in the band, I love your shit, do you want to do a featuring with on my song? Sometimes some people are like, no, you're not popular enough. Oh, I want to do some song, but you have to pay me. Like, one case in that album is that, and some other cases like, hey, I want to participate, I love the project.
Yeah.
So, with internet, you can do anything.
I one of the bigger names on the album in the last song, Pork Fetish Obsession, you have Kyle Anderson ripping some vocals, which you can tell instantly it's him. Not because it's out of place in the song, but because at this point, if you're a Brand of Sacrifice fan, you know his voice.
Yeah.
So you hear it immediately.
Exactly.
Were you very like, was there a reason you specifically picked his style and his voice, or was it more you were a fan of Brand and you thought that it would fit the actual structure of the song?
It's both. It's both, because his voice is amazing. We have to say that his voice is amazing. Go listen to all the albums of Brand of Sacrifice. He's just an amazing dude. And there's another thing, because sometimes he posts on Facebook and he's like, hey, I'm free like for 1 or 2 months. I can do some featuring. So, like, of course, he has to pay to be paid for that. But you can just message him and we were like, let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? Let's ask him, see if he accept or no. And he accepted. So we were like, okay, let's do more featuring like that.
Was he excited to the idea that it was going to be a Slam album? Like when he got the lyrics, because Gorinator wrote the lyrics, right?
Yeah.
When he got him, was he kind of like, oh my God, like this is going to be nuts? Or was he like taken aback by it?
To be honest, I don't know. Maybe there's more gory lyrics that he wrote, not that he wrote, but that he sang on. Maybe he sang more gory lyrics that we had. Maybe. I don't know. But because I never met him, we just wrote like by mail. So I don't know more if he said like, oh, those lyrics are epic or something. I don't know, to be honest. But I hope he liked those lyrics.
Maybe one day we'll have him on. We can ask him.
Honestly, that could be so good.
That would be interesting.
Or maybe it will be like, Overdose of Bacon, who is that?
Yeah, he just forgot completely that he actually did it. The structure of the EP is very interesting to me, where that not one song, the blurred lines between Slam and Brutal Death is such a fucking tight rope. that I felt that this album perfectly sort of like illustrated the genre crossings that can happen, because from the beginning of the album all the way through, you kind of blend within the song itself between the slam and the brutal death genre. And we could sit here and debate at what point is it brutal, what point is it slam. What it really comes down to is how you hear it. And I was very interested and impressed with the way that not only were the features structured in their songs, but how the song more or less complemented who was the vocalist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You're saying like we blended slam and brutal death. We blended a little bit more genre than that. We stayed on the brutal death and the slam because after all, it's slam death. You have to stay in the line of slam death. But like if you go on the song Beat the Meat, we added some black metal parts. Which that's why we wanted more vocalists because there's the guest on that song. She's Jessica Dubré, which is the singer of Fall of Stasis, which is a singer from a band from Montreal, and it's a black metal folk band, like folk metal black metal band. So it's not.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So you were able to kind of like structure it so that each vocal didn't feel nothing felt out of place.
Yeah, exactly.
EP, which is sometimes the fault of what I feel some slam and brutal death bands. You have guest vocalists that are within that tweener stage where just they might guest vocalist. A brutal death guy will guest vocal on a slam, or a slam will guest vocal on and you can hear the difference. There's no complementary thing to it, What
I did at first, I wrote all the instrumental parts. So like each song were written before the lyrics, before the vocals. So what we did, like I wanted to do some black metal parts, so I did some black metal parts. I did the deathcore parts in Pork Fetish Obsession with Kyle Anderson. It's a deathcore part because the drum is not like fucking speedy. It's like more technical. So it reminds me of some deathcore, some intense deathcore. So like I wrote those before putting vocals. And like when we wanted some guests, I thought about a song like Beat the Meat with the black metal parts. I thought of Jessica Dubré, which is like the best high scream I ever heard. If you listen to the song, you will understand that she's going high, but fucking high. Mm-hmm. And after that, like the song Munchies, I got my friend Tom, which is the singer of my other band that we have a name, but we are not like out yet. But yeah, this guy Tom, one of the best low growls I ever heard. More in the metalcore genre, but I tried something with him, like a big part with a low growls and some ice cream too. So I tried something with him and my friend Phil Langelier that we had on the channel.
Check out that episode.
Episode 22 that we did with him. And we tried some pig squeal because this guy is a king of pig squeal. Yes. You heard those squeal? I did. He's a king. And he did the artwork of the album. Mm-hmm. So a beast, this guy. And after that, the last song, Pork Fetish Obsession, I wanted an orgy. I wanted to do an orgy of vocals. Mm-hmm. So like Nick is more on the growls, the low and the mid growls. GP is doing like more the high, the mid, and some growls, some low. And after that, I was like, okay, I want to do like a deathcore-ish part. So let's put Kyle Anderson. And after that, I put the last part at the end that is going slower and slower. I put Frank Rini from Internal Bleeding. Mm-hmm. He was the first singer. And I put John Mayer from Necrotic Gorbeast because this guy is just a sweet guy. Like, you ask him and he's like, can you pay me in beers? I'm like, yeah, no problem. So you can see there's a video on the Facebook page of him doing the growls, the girls at the end, which I didn't kept because Frank Rini did his virus killer growl. We baptized this growl the virus killer because it's low as fuck. It's like a toilet bowl. It's like a toilet flush. It's intense. So yeah. I don't know if it answer your question. I suck at answering question.
I feel my questions have been answered. My questions have been answered. I got one more before we get to the game.
Yeah.
So, you guys, you did all of the programming and everything. But you must have, did you actually play was it all programming? Was it just straight, did you play any particular instruments that was added to programming or anything? What I'm really trying to get at with that question is, could you ever take the band at some point and expand it and actually put people on instruments to play the full actual project?
I think I answered that question on the episode, the last episode with Yelin, but I will redo it. Mm-hmm. If I do it in live,
I was too drunk for that.
Yeah, I will do it one time. It's a one-time thing because, like, I programmed the drums, I programmed the synth. So, like, the synth sample and all, I can just, like, put it in MP3 behind, and that's it. I can do it like that. No problem. For the drum, I have to get the best drummer ever. Not the best drummer ever, but the best drummer, like, in Quebec, in the province of Quebec. I got some in mind, but, like, I'm thinking about the drummer of Necrotic Gorbeast, GP Bouchard. This guy is just a fucking beast at drumming. And, like, I got some other drummer in mind. I got a bassist in mind. If I want to do it, like, maybe ask some people to just fill the backup band. Just to be in the band for one time, because I don't know if I want to do tours with it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a big fan of doing touring. I love being in front of my computer, just writing some songs, and that's it. I don't know if I want to do touring with that. If I do some shows, would be one or even two, but more a one time. I would get the best guest ever. Like, I would try to get all the guests of the album, but if some guests can't show up, I will try to fill it with other guests. Mm-hmm. Like maybe with Matt McGackie, that could be so fun.
I'm sure you could think of something. So now we're gonna get to our game.
Oh yeah.
Is there a way you could put like game show music or something right here? So this game is very, very simple. I don't have cool like pictures like Phil does. But what I do have is descriptions. And what we're gonna do is I have 5 bands. They are grindcore, slam, brutal death bands. Okay. All bands that are like kind of right there in that wheelhouse. And we're gonna test Phil's knowledge on the genre that he released his EP on. Because as I said before, he is prog boy through and through. So it's very funny to me that he was able to pull this off.
Like, I'm a prog. I love some slam, like if we say Ingested. Yeah. I love death metal, like Idios. I love Benighted. Like, I love a shit ton of genre, but I'm more in the prog genre. Like, I was walking,
you can't put a gun to his head and be like, what was Death's lyrics on this song? And he's not going to be able to tell you. You know? But like, if you ask about Devin Townsend or early Opeth, he'll tell you, straight up and down everything that happened. So,
yeah.
Here we go. Some of these, you should get all of these. These are all pretty easy. Besides maybe 2 of them. I did go hard on 2 of them. Okay. And it's not in any particular order. So, to describe this band, they're an American band formed in 1997 in Virginia. They mostly sit around grindcore. And they also, well, I can't tell you that because that's a dead ass giveaway, but they feature a number of members, and they had a very successful album titled Prowler in the Yard. If you need more hints, I can give them to you.
Pig Destroyer?
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, it's Pig Destroyer.
Yes! Because you said Virginia and you said grindcore, and I know Pig Destroyer is grindcore, so.
Yes. That is the only grindcore band I have.
Oh, shit!
All right, this next one was formed in 2010 out in Scotland. Well, they're from a number of different areas, but one of them having be members from Scotland. They are a slam band. They fall in that category as Overdose, where they are what looks to be not what they say they are. They had an album, one of them, which actually, now that I look at it, is really their only full-length album. A bong hit, Hospitalization.
I was going to say Party Cannon, but
yes.
I'm not. Oh, is it?
Yes, it
Holy
is.
shit! I guess. Do for the boy.
I know. I had to make these easy for you because, I don't really know. I really don't know a ton of slam, but I made it easy. All right, you should absolutely get this one.
You want to know a fun fact about Party Cannon? I've never listened to Party Cannon.
Ever.
Never.
What?
But I would try to listen to because
Yeah.
like I know Party Cannon because we got someone that we know in common, Joshua.
Yes.
Like he's a big fan of Party Cannon. And he's from British too.
He's a big fan of the slam genre in general. He's like a guru for the stuff. So he would be he would already know. I would give him probably two of these hints and he'd already know who they are. All right, this next one you should know pretty easily. Came out in 2006. They're a slam brutal death. They have a split on Northwest Slam Fest.
Shit, okay, 2006. Is it from America?
No.
Okay.
I can't give it away because it will give it away if I tell you where they're from.
Ingested?
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Killing it. Killing the game.
I'm killing it. Fuck yes.
Killing the game. All right, these next two are iffy. I know these next. This is where my wheelhouse begins. I like Pig Destroyer, Party Cannon, Ingested, but I really love these other two bands. So this band was formed in 2009. They are classified as a brutal death band, but I would also say that the elements of slam cannot be denied. They have a debut album called Sunken Chambers of the Nephilim. And they are not of America or Europe.
Shit. Oh, it's ringing a bell, but I'm not sure, what is the name of the first album?
Sunken Chambers of the Nephilim. It is their first full length.
Fuck. Do you have another hint?
Yes, I do. I would say famously, they got their name from a Visceral Disgorge song.
Oh, shit. Not sure, you just said Visceral Disgorge and I'm like, oh shit.
You thought that's who it was? Well,
God
no, because
damn.
they're from the US and they're not from the US, they're not from Europe.
It's not US, it's not Europe.
Yep.
Nephilim, not sure. I don't know.
You don't know? Is that your final answer?
My answer is Idios Benighted.
Nope. It's Distant Tomb.
Shit! shit.
Disentomb from Queensland. Yes, they are. They
Okay.
are a fucking killer band. I have a shirt. It's awesome.
That's the thing. I don't know enough band from Australia and Oceania and something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, they're an Australian band. They from Queensland.
Okay.
Final one. Band was formed in 2013, and what I would have called the height of, like, Within Destruction, pathology, like this. Now what we know, slam, almost like. It's, I don't want to say mainstream because it's obviously not fucking mainstream, but like there was a lot of bands that came out around this time that were pretty much like, you know, became what was called like new slam, you know, the bands that now became, but they went from, you know, Devourment, Visceral to now these bands. So they are from Portugal, obviously a slam band. They have an album called Dehumanization by Supremacy, which is sick.
Fuck, you said Portugal. I was going to say extermination, dismemberment, but it's not that. And the vibe of Within Destruction. Fuck.
It is sort of on that wheel. Yeah.
Shit. Because I was going to say Angel Maker, but it's more deathcore, and it's from Canada, but it's not that. It's from Portugal. Fuck! Portugal, I'm sorry I don't listen to enough music from you. God damn. Shit, Portugal. Fuck! I don't know.
You want
I don't
hint?
know.
I'll give you your one hint.
Another hint, please.
Okay. Let me see if I can get something. I'll give you a fair hint. I want to give you a fair hint.
Portugal, fuck.
All right. In 2017, they were on a split album called the Craniolepsy Split.
Is it analepsy?
Yes.
Shit, yeah. Fuck yes. It's from Portugal?
They're from Portugal, yeah.
I thought it was from Czech. It was
No.
Czech? I thought it was Czech. Analepsy, okay. Because, like, if you would have said, like, catalepsy, I know catalepsy, but... Like,
Yeah, catalepsy's in Russia.
Yeah, catalepsy is Russian.
Mm-hmm.
Analepsy, I never thought it was Portugal.
I really like that. I really like that album.
I know
Dehumanization
some
by Supremacy.
I know some analepsy, but I don't listen to a bunch of them.
They
You know, like
formed
the first three, I know them because, like, come on, Ingested and Party Cannon, like, I have to listen to them. But Pig Destroyer, like, the last album was a blast of an album. But yeah, so you know my knowledge of slam is not that hard. It's not that big.
Basically, I will say this, like, between Analepsy, Ingested, Party Cannon, Pig Destroyer, those are big ones.
Yeah.
You don't know Disentombed. And, like, I was going to throw, like, different things. Like, I was like, I was like, oh, should I go Pathology? Should I go Hunt the Dinosaur? You know?
Yeah, On the Dinosaur and Pathology, I know them.
You know them? Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
you
know
more than you let on.
I know Pathology, but I don't know, like, a bunch of slam. That's the thing. Because, like I said, I love slam, but I love the codes of slam. I love, like, the big double kick and all the big brutal riffs that you can have in slam. I just love that. So that's why I did Overdose of Bacon, basically. So, yeah.
Well, everybody, you heard it here first. We got to interview Baconotron of Overdose of Bacon. Thank you for coming. This was fantastic. Come back anytime.
Yeah. Next week.
So now we get on to shout outs. Phil, you want to go first?
Yeah, and I have something that is far from slam. So far. The album Termina, Dysphoria by the band Termina, which is a Canadian band of deathcore. I know some people don't like deathcore, but I don't care. I like those boys. It's not like deathcore. It's more like gent, progressive, metalcore-ish, like something like that. They're doing some great stuff, and it's a duo. It's Nick Nocturnal, which he got a YouTube channel that I will put in description. You have to encourage that guy. He's a beast. And Andy Chizek, like they got some Russian names. I don't know what is their name, complete name. So I don't know the pronunciation. So Andy Chizek, I think it's that fucking beast of a vocalist. Nick is just a fucking beast of guitarist. If you know Banger TV, he did the show Shredders of Metal, the second season, and he's the winner of the second season of Shredders of Metal. So Nick is a beast. And he's a deathcore guy. He's not even the heavy metal, big solo, all that. It's more like the chunky dun 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 dun, just like chunky riffs. He's more that type of guy. So go listen to Terminal, everyone. It's a fucking great album, fucking great project. So go listen to them.
For mine, I have an album from 2019 that I recently have been kind of, listening to more and more. It's the band Fetid. That's Fetid. And it's Steeping in Corporal Mess.
Ooh.
So, yeah, Corporeal Mess. So I have definitely found myself revisiting this album for a number of different reasons. They're like right there, Creeping Death, Tomb Mold, that Black and Death kind of genre. And very much enjoy the structure of the album, the vocals, guitars, the whole thing. It's definitely one of those gems where from 2019, I definitely enjoyed and have now come back around and revisited, which tends to happen when I have my top 10s. They always kind of come back all the time. Yeah. Like I still have Rivers of Nile comes back constantly. I'm always revisiting that album here and there. And this is just another example of me revisiting a great album. So Fetid, check them out.
Perfection.
Yes. So with that said, thank you guys for listening. Obviously, by now, you would have heard our announcement. We had a public service announcement discussing our new collaboration with Vox and Hops. We look very much forward to continuing to contribute to all of those great album reviews. And we have some pretty great albums in the works for you. As you know, it's a rotating cycle now. So, every Wednesday they release something new. So we still have one more that is coming up in the coming weeks. So thank you guys for listening. I'm Evan. Phil is not here. We have Baconotron, but
oh, fuck it. Like it's Phil, De Vitesse for the Intimates. thanks for watching, guys, and see you on the next episode. Cheers. That's good.